The biggest pros and cons of living in America are free water and those darn cockroaches. Only kidding. Sort of.
Like most countries full of flawed people, America isn't perfect.
Among all the liberty and amber waves of grain, there are good people and bad people, good laws and bad laws, and, well, politicians.
While we have an abundance of everything you could think of, like TVs, cars, and deer, we also have plenty of crime, dysfunctional politics, and an unhealthy obsession with the Kardashians.
It's not all bad, though, and we're learning just like everyone else, albeit sometimes way too slowly.
Curious to find out more?
I'm Mike with List 25.
And I'm Tristan with List 25.
And let's take a trip across the states and learn about the biggest pros and cons of living in America.
Road trip!
Woo!
Yay! Oh, there's only 20 items on this one.
Wait, if I start driving, we're in Britain. Pro. Diversity. America is usually called a melting pot, since it has a long history of many people and cultures from around the world immigrating for better opportunities. As a result, America represents a wide array of cultures and languages, providing different points of view, and of course, delicious food.
Burgers.
19.
Con. Racism. America has long been a hotbed of racism against minority cultures. The racist roots of African American slavery and Jim Crow laws, as well as the poor treatment of stereotypes of Latinos, Asian Americans, and indigenous peoples, among others, still exist today in various forms and branches of society. In an NBC News poll, 64% of Americans said racism remains a major problem in America.
And the world.
Yeah, in the world.
18. Pro. Nature. Along with a diversity of people, America has a diverse nature landscape. From the balmy beaches here in Florida and rolling mountains of Appalachia to the chilly winters of Minnesota and the soaring cliffs of the Rocky Mountains, America has plenty of environments to experience and explore. Among the many beautiful places throughout the country, it has 58 national parks protected by the federal government and available for camping, hiking, fishing, and many other great outdoor activities.
You know, I already regret letting you have the pros and me being stuck with the cons.
I'm the laughy one. You're the straight-faced. You get the sad ones.
Okay, great. You get to get excited about fishing.
I do.
I get to talk about racism.
Yeah.
That's
fair.
No, it's honestly not.
17.
Con. Dirty cities. Big cities can provide lots of opportunity, but they also have a downside. From New York City to Chicago to Los Angeles, some of America's biggest cities are also the filthiest. They smell, produce smog, have an abundance of trash and litter floating about the streets, and sometimes have rodent problems. I've actually been to all those big cities.
I've been to
nice.
neither of them.
But New York City it's a very dirty place. And it seriously does never sleep.
Take that, people in New York watching this.
But guess what? I like to sleep. So maybe you should do the same.
Dear New York, go to sleep. Good Lord. 16. Pro. Political system. This will depend widely on where you're standing in the world. But overall, America's political institutions, its provision of civil rights, and its ability to correct itself over time has been a huge win for society. Its overall political system keeps several checks and balances in place to stave off egregious abuse of power. It allows anyone to run for political office, and its citizens have a large say in how things should be done, from the local to the federal level. It's not perfect, no system is, but if you're looking to have a voice in your community, America is the place to be.
Oh, I predict a fantastic comment section. Behave yourselves.
15.
Fantastic. Con. Political division. Today, America has intense political divisions that only seem to keep growing. Its essentially two-party system exacerbates this problem, giving people only two extremes to choose from. The constant back and forth controlling parties taking power, with each election causes instability and fluctuation in the policy and laws written, if they're written at all. It's also difficult to talk to anyone about politics without fear of losing friends or creating a scene.
I hate what you believe in.
Personally, I don't talk about politics.
Yeah.
For this reason.
Hey, if you want to discuss politics, do that in the comments below.
And we will not reply. He might. He's He's easy to get to reply to anything. He can't help himself.
I like replying.
Yeah.
14.
Pro economy. Again, this depends on where you're standing, but overall, the American economy is one of the best in the world, especially for job opportunities. It has many industries to choose from, including, but not limited to, computer science, entertainment, and business. Generally, if you get a good education and work hard, you'll be rewarded for it, and more opportunities will come your way.
But when we say work hard, we mean like...
Not at all.
No, just keep working hard. Keep working hard. It all pays off.
It does.
13.
Con. Corporate culture. Many jobs for large corporations require long hours, grueling environments, and might be low paying. Often corporate culture minimizes the individual, making them feel like a number or a cog in a machine that could easily be replaced. If you're lucky, you'll work 40 hours a week, but many employees are expected to go over that, without overtime, to keep their job.
Been there, done that.
Same.
12.
Pro real estate.
Invest now.
It's free real estate. If you didn't know already, America has tons of land, most of it unused and fairly cheap, depending on its location. So, if you want to get into real estate, America has a decent market.
Okay, not only are you getting the more positive ones, but you have less to read.
What if I wanted to get into fake estate
Fake estate.
instead of real estate?
Yeah, I got the joke. Just didn't land.
Let us know in the comments below if my
Please
joke
don't.
totally landed.
Please don't.
11.
Con. Public transportation. America is built on the back of the automobile and has a terrific highway system, but overall its public transit system is lacking. Ask any American commuting to work in a city and they'll tell you it's a bear. Of course, some American cities are better about buses, bikes, and trains than others, but traffic remains a huge problem nevertheless. I was gonna say something, but you have been distracting me this entire time.
10.
Pro bounty hunter.
Awesome.
This may sound strange, but have you ever thought about being a bounty hunter? No? Just me. Anyway, believe it or not, America is one of the few countries in the world that still allows bounty hunting. So that's always an option.
We're not telling you to become a bounty hunter. That seems very dangerous.
Go hunt all your bounties.
I learned from that one episode of Psych that being a bounty hunter is not a good thing.
I learned from Boba Fett that if you're a bounty hunter, you might get eaten by a Sarlacc pit.
I learned from Jango Fett you might get decapitated by Samuel L. Jackson.
Specifically. I'm a bounty hunter. Ah, Samuel, no!
9.
Do I have to?
Oh, yeah.
Great. Con. Gun violence. America has a huge gun violence problem. With very little gun regulation and a culture that frequently refuses to do anything about gun violence, gun deaths rank much higher in America than other developed nations. From frequent mass shootings to self-inflicted gunshot wounds, the statistics are staggering.
Oh, yeah.
8.
Pro higher education. America, hands down, has some of the best universities in the world, including, but not limited to, Harvard, Yale, Stanford, MIT, Caltech, and the University of Chicago.
And Santa Fe College.
And the University of Florida. People from around the world apply to many of these schools and programs because they're the very best. On top of that, if you're a resident of a state university, you get a discounted tuition rate.
But Santa Fe College is the #1 college in the nation.
#1 college?
Yeah, we're not a university.
Oh, call it, okay.
Yeah. I love Santa Fe, though.
New Mexico?
Go... Wait, what's our mascot
Saints.
again? Saints! Go Saints!
They're the St. Bernards.
Oh.
That's why it's a dog.
That's kind of silly.
7.
Crap, I hate that I have these. Con. Student debt. While every child is granted a free education in the American public school system, they have to pay for their higher education at colleges and university. With many higher-paying jobs demanding a 4-year degree, many students flood into colleges taking on loads of debt they'll wear them down for years after graduation. In fact, the average student has $37,172 in school loans. The total student loan debt in America is $1.52 trillion. To make matters worse, many degrees are worthless for the ever-changing job market. Wow, did we not just say that the job market is actually pretty good in America? College isn't for everyone, guys. I am willing to say that. There are trade schools, there's plenty of online courses that you can take. Know what you want to do in your life and then find out what your next move is from there. College is not for everyone.
Pawn to e5.
I'm fine with saying that.
6,
Pro, medicine and research. America has some of the best hospitals in the world, many working on cutting-edge medical research. From the Mayo Clinic to Johns Hopkins Hospital, these places train and employ doctors with a variety of specialties to help combat disease and treat patients. We also dwarf most other countries in researching biology and medicine, creating new drugs and treatments.
Mayo Clinic actually saved my life.
Did they give you free mayonnaise?
No.
Well, that's misleading.
Part of my brain was leaking out of my skull, so, that was a problem.
Did they replace it with mayonnaise?
Very painful surgery.
With the mayonnaise?
I'm glad we're joking about this. I'm traumatized. Like, I'm grateful for it, but I am traumatized. Huh?
I'm here to help.
No, not helping.
Don't you wish I was there?
Chiari malformation. It was fun.
Do you recommend it?
No.
Okay.
Absolutely not.
Just checking.
Holy crap.
5,
Great. Con. Healthcare system. Our healthcare system is awful. A study by the Commonwealth Fund focusing on developed nations' healthcare systems found that the US had the worst system. Healthcare costs are so high, they could easily bankrupt you if you don't have insurance. Those who have insurance deal with increasing insurance premiums and deductibles, sometimes for poor coverage.
Oh, yeah. It ain't good.
That's a rough translation.
4,
Pro, no class system. Since its founding, the idea of equality has been built into the framework of American society. While its history has failed and fought over staying true to this virtue, under the law, thanks to many constitutional amendments and the Civil Rights Act of 1964, there is no class or caste system.
3,
Con. Money is all that matters. While the law protects citizens against various kinds of discrimination, class status is primarily determined by wealth. Money is king. If you have it, then you'll likely get what you want. Be more respected, and have more opportunities. If you don't, your opportunities diminish, and depending on how poor you are, you're looked on with disdain or ignored. I can ignore you now!
No!
2,
Pro, generosity. People in America are exceedingly generous with their time and money toward domestic and foreign aid. Many local churches across the country, supported by donations, provide food shelves, homeless shelters, and aid to others in need. American corporate foundations give hundreds of millions of dollars to charity programs. In most categories, the US dwarfs other nations in giving. For instance, according to 2014 data by the Center for Global Prosperity, the US gave $43.9 billion in private donations in foreign aid in comparison to the UK, which gave $4.9 billion.
But it's not just churches and corporations, everyone gives here. Thanks, Mike with List 25.
Let's do it twice.
I can ignore you now.
No, wait!
1,
Con. Obsession with entertainment. With the advent of Hollywood, movies, television, and now the internet,
YouTube.
Americans have been long obsessed with entertainment. With smartphone addiction, you'll often find Americans walking down the street, looking at their phone, and rarely making eye contact with anyone. The constant need to be entertained is rearing its ugly head in other forms, such as poor mental and physical health and public discourse. As Neil Postman put it in his book, Amusing Ourselves to Death, Americans no longer talk to each other, they entertain each other. They do not exchange ideas, they exchange images. They do not argue with propositions, they argue with good looks, celebrities, and commercials.
So, what are some of the pros and cons of living in your country? Let us know in the comments below, or tweet your answer to us
At List 25.
Also be sure to like, share, and subscribe.
Yeah, entertainment! Woo!
I want my $41 back.
I was worried that you'd remember that.
Well, I did. Give it back.
Okay.
Huh. What is that? Oh, it's tea.
It's tea!
Really glad it's tea.
Should we keep that?
Yes. Stay tuned to our video on Monday. We have a special holiday contest for you. Spoiler alert, there are prizes involved. Gift cards. These lights are so bright.
Enjoying our lists? Be sure to click that subscribe button on the bottom right and the notification bell so you don't miss out on new ones every Monday through Friday. Share them with your friends and help us consistently conciliate curiosity. And if you want even more lists, check out these videos here or just head to our website at list25.com. While you're there, make sure to join our newsletter for exclusive lists, prizes, and so much more. You really don't want to miss out on this.